Welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute devotional podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse. Broadcast from the ever-beautiful Sharonville, Ohio, on the sunny side of Cincinnati. Thanks for joining me on Daily Dose Radio. Yesterday I recorded the 700th episode of this program. I'm so glad that we've been on the air long enough to have recorded 700 episodes in the Psalms. What great Bible study we have in the Psalms. I hope that you'll join me for this week, the remainder of the week. We're going to look at Psalm 118. So let's begin with the first 5 verses. Verses 1 through 5 will be our reading for today. Let me go ahead and read those for you. Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good, because his mercy endureth forever. Let Israel now say that his mercy endureth forever. Let the house of Aaron now say, his mercy endureth forever. Let them now that fear the Lord say, that his mercy endureth forever. I called upon the Lord in distress. The Lord answered me, and set me in a large place. That's the first 5 verses of Psalm 118. Psalm 118 comes to us as one of the finest examples of Hebrew poetry. It is absolutely wonderful. And it is the king of the repeating phrase. We've seen the repeating phrase in so many other psalms, and we would have one phrase or maybe 2 phrases that were repeated, and they helped sort of build the structure of the psalm for us. Well, in Psalm 118, it's from passage to passage. You have these repeating refrains or phrases that are used exactly in the same manner over and over again. And so right away we see one of the first examples of that here in the first 5 verses. Verses 2, 3, and 4 all have this repeating phrase, let somebody now say. And so that now say or please say is one of the repeating phrases. And then the other one is, his mercy endureth forever. So Psalm 117, we read about his merciful kindness is great towards us now in the congregation. This song is being sung, and his mercy at the very beginning is the key to the worship of the congregation. The Lord is good, his mercy endureth forever. And you'll see that again, of course, in 2, 3, and 4. That very first verse is interesting because it begins the psalm and ends the psalm. So that phrase, oh, give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good, we have that again at the end of the psalm too. So, and we'll make note of that when we finish the psalm. His mercy endureth forever is the topic here in these first few verses. And notice how we have, and we've seen this actually, that phrase before, let Israel now say, let the house of Aaron now say, let them that fear the Lord now say. We're talking about all of Israel, the priesthood, and everyone who fears the Lord. So it doesn't matter who you are. This is something that the Lord has for all of us. Let them say, the Lord's mercy endures forever. He is that good to us. No matter who you are, no matter where you are, no matter your condition, no matter your status in life, no matter where you live, no matter how old you are, how young you are, what gender you are, the Lord's mercy endures forever and extends to you. And notice how the mercy extends, because we have in verse 5 the answer to that. I called upon the Lord in distress. Actually, in the Hebrew, it's even more beautiful than that. In the Hebrew, it says, from the distress, I called upon the Lord. Isn't that beautiful? So while I was in it, from the distress. So I'm in the distress, and I called on the Lord. And what happened? The Lord answered me and set me in a large place. Well, how does that come about? It comes about because his mercy endures forever. And he's showing mercy to the man who calls on him, to the woman who calls on him. Have you called upon the name of the Lord and asked him for mercy? I hope you'll do that today, and join me tomorrow as we look at verses 6 through 9 on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. I'm David Smith. The music today has been performed by the Bluegrass Experiment. Thanks again for listening. I'll see you next time on Daily Dose Radio.